Hey, Kailer. I want to ask you about, has your game changed in the NHL that it was in junior? In junior, were you more of a kind of an offensive scorer type, and did you have to kind of evolve your game a bit here in the NHL?
I'd say so. I think everyone does. They have to adapt, to a higher pace. Playing against grown men, in junior, playing against 16, 17-year-olds. Here you're playing against 35-year-olds, 30-year-olds. So I definitely think my game's changed a little bit. But I think the foundation's still there. Still a tenacious player, wants the puck, wants to go to the hard areas, plays physical.
Were you kind of the same way then when in Spokane, kind of being the pain in the butt to play against? Did you take pride in that down there and then kind of just transfer it here?
I think so. I tried to, at least, in Spokane. I think ever since I was a little kid, I've always been the smallest on my team growing up. So, I think having those attributes to my game, definitely helps.
Growing up, did you have kind of idols, the smaller guys like a Martin St. Louis guy, guys like that did play that game, did have that kind of edge to their game and kind of were pains to play against? Did you have kind of guys that you looked up in that role model as well?
I do. Obviously Martin St. Louis, Tyler Johnson, is a big one for me. A local Spokane guy. I got to see him play a lot. I like to take Patrick Kane even, Johnny Gaudreau, kind of guys like that. May not play the hardest, but, their skill is unbelievable and try to take as many things away from them as possible.
Kind of the physicality in the postseason obviously ramps up significantly, and there's more contact. And Leon was out here saying how you're really hard to play against because, in joke, you can get right inside guys sometimes under their legs. What did you learn from last year in the postseason when the games are more physical? And obviously there's a size disadvantage for you, but how do you learn to use that to your advantage? What do you do?
I think like Leo said, I try to get in guys, equipment. It's hard to play, when you're in there, and you're kind of, getting them a little pissed off. So, I think that's what I try to do. And, last year, I think I learned, don't get too high, don't get too low. I feel like I got so amped up, I wanted that physicality like all the time, and I just forgot about the puck a little bit. And this year I'm trying to, still play that way, but, focus on the puck more. Obviously you can't score if you don't have the puck, so.
Were you super amped up on your first shift with the fans last game with the wrestling? Was that a situation where the emotion get the best of you?
Yeah, I definitely think so. It's the first time I've played in front of these fans, since I've been here, and the fans were unbelievable yesterday. I don't think I've seen better fans than that, anywhere I've played, so I definitely think that definitely got the best of me.
You obviously learned from that. They killed it off. The rest of the game, you're one of the more effective players. How do you learn to stifle, to take that energy in a positive way where you don't go over the line? How have you learned when's the time to, dig in, maybe when's the time not to give that extra shove or extra hook?
I've played hockey my whole life, so I think you just get a feel for it, on the ice. You see when you can maybe get an extra hook, maybe a hit in there, and when you can't. So I think that's just what I've kind of learned over the years, and sticking with it.
Hi, Kailer, over here. You sit out here, you seem like this mild-mannered, soft-spoken guy, and then the puck drops and you turn into Kailer Yamamoto. When does that switch flick? Is it the anthem strike you the wrong way or something?
I think it's just the start of the puck drop. I'm a competitive guy. I always want to win, so I think as soon as that puck drops, I think something switches and I go into game mode.
With that comes a certain amount of punishment that you have to take, especially in the postseason. From your standpoint, is it just taking it, or do you find a way to kind of avoid it and take less than maybe somebody who's larger would?
I think what comes around goes around. If I'm going to take one, I'm definitely going to be looking to get somebody back. So, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Kailer, last week we talked about high-pressure hockey and how much you love playing in high-pressure moments. How much does an individual game like that in Game 1, what does that do for your confidence, I should say, and heading into Game 2 here tonight?
It builds it up. Hockey, I find on the mental side, it's a lot about confidence. The more confidence I have, I think the better you're going to play. So, having that game definitely builds up my confidence. But at the end of the day, it's not an individual sport. We lost the game, so need to be better for this game and hopefully get the W.
Do you feel like you've taken your game to another level in the past little while here, especially on Monday night?
Yeah, I think, from the start of this year, I started out a little rough. But, towards the end of the year, I think I've definitely picked it up. And I think my game's definitely trending in the right direction.
Was there a pivotal moment or did something happen? Did someone say something to you where everything kind of switched?
No, I think it's just, stacking good plays on good plays, building that confidence and, just believing in yourself.
What did your dad think of your wrestling move?
I don't know. He didn't even really ask me about it, but I'm sure he liked it. But at the end of the day, it's a penalty, and I can't be taking those stupid penalties for the team.
You obviously found a little bit of success on the power play here too, first unit and second unit. Do you find your role changes a little bit on those two different units when you're going back and forth between the two?
I think I just try to play, my game. I play either the middle or net front on both power plays. So, at the end of the day, just try to play my game and, fill that role. Thank you.